just hit his first problem. Steering gear stopped working, we've had to smash that plug off there, hardwire it straight in. Oh, it's getting close now. Everybody's out to view the activities. Look at them all. Hello and welcome back to the channel. What are we on with today? Well, we've got the little 3-axle low loader on. I'm in Wakefield and we're just about to load a brand spanking new transformer case that's going to go from here down to Stafford. We're escorted with the private escorts, we're escorted with the police, and this load has to be sheeted as well, and it's quite a big thing. So I thought this warranted a video. Hope you enjoy. Grab a cup of tea, open your biscuits, and let's go. The eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that the intro then was done in a different cab from the Volvo. That's because the new wagon has arrived. I did film a video on the last day with the Volvo, however, it all got a bit mixed up. I got a new phone and I lost some footage and stuff like that. So what I'll do is, before we start this video, I will insert the clips that I've got of my last day out with the Volvo, and then we'll start on today's video. If you don't want to see the last day of the Volvo, just skip ahead to today's job. But if you do want to see it, it's coming now. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Just on my way to Leeds to do a little job with the, I've got the right small low loader on the Faymanville low loader that we've got. And when I get back, there's going to be a little surprise for me in the yard. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm excited, but on the same breath, I'm sad. The new wagon's coming. Let's just get it out there. The new wagon is arriving in the yard today. So what's the plan for today then? Well, I'm just getting on the M1 northbound at Barnsley. We're heading up to Leeds. We're going to do a Leeds to Leeds, which isn't very exciting in itself, but it's a big impeller out of a pump. So it's a big impeller with a shaft, a stainless steel shaft that comes up, and that's the reason for the low loader, to keep the height down. There's no weight in it or anything like that, but we're going to go move that, which, you know, if we're not done for dinner time, there's something wrong, I would have thought. I'm going to head back to the yard where the new motor should be sat waiting for me. In other news, the sun is shining, right, which is a good thing, because this has got an engineered because this thing's got, I'm such a child, because this thing has got an engineered shaft. Professional, you can do it. It's not funny, it's childish. It's just a shaft. Because this thing's got an engineered shaft, if it was raining, we'd have to sheet it. Now, I don't mind sheeting, but it's going Leeds to Leeds, you know what I mean? And also, it will be very awkward to sheet because of the shape of it and the diameter of said shaft. We've made it to the delivery point. I didn't film it where we were loading it because it just wasn't really possible, but it's just here. Right, so the plan of attack is we're going to go up to this mini roundabout here, either turn left if I can, if not go straight forward, then reverse on my good side down that track. And then if you look down there, it'll be then blind side all the way around where this building is here. It's that door just in that corner there. Hey, look at this! Yorkshire Escort service is going past. How dare they escort somebody else other than me? I don't know how they've got the cheek. So that's it. Tipped off. Brilliant, lads. Now I'm going to ring in, see if there's another job. If not, we're going to fly back to the yard and see if the new toy's there. It's a bit early yet. It's only 10:05, so I'm not expecting it will after dinner, because it will come into the yard, then it will go into sign writing, and then it will going to come back. So I'll bring you back when I'm at the side of it. It was the last day with the Volvo. Now, when I got back to the yard, The video was then supposed to go on to showing you around the new one and various bits of other pieces, right? It all went wrong. The truck, this new truck wasn't ready, and then we were shooting backwards and forwards, picking stuff up and taking it for its sign writing and stuff like that. So it just never got finished. It's now got 5,000 miles on it. It's filthy. I haven't been back at the yard long enough to give it a clean, give it a wash and a polish and whatever else. But we'll have a walk around it now and see what you think to it. Leave in the comments what you think. But if you're ready, I'll show you it now. So as you can see, we've got the MAN. Now if you come round here, you'll see that she is a 640, double drive, no reduction on this one, and it's on air, which means that we're down to 120 tonne, but for the kind of work that we do, that's more than enough, that's good enough. This time as well, we've also got a nice water carrier to wash my hands, we've got a nice locker at the back, decent sized chain tray with a nice cover on it, and some of my own marker boards. Take you for a quick look inside and then we'll get loading. MAN cabs are absolutely fantastic for space. We've got the double beds. I ain't got the lockers at the back, but I don't need them because I'm not away every single night. It's got some really nice half leather, half Alcantara seats, which is no good for our job, but it did come with these MAN seat covers, so they're nice. We've got a massive inverter which terminates here in this plug socket, which has got 2 USBs in it, so you can see there we've got the tea, got the kettle, got the microwave, and then up here is where I keep my coffee maker, because you know I'm a Scania V8 driver. We've got to have the coffee maker, the air fryer and a toaster, and then eventually we're going to run a wire into there so this can all be operated from in here. It doesn't have to come out, because at the moment I'm taking it out, putting it on the floor and then putting it back. But if we can operate it out this cupboard, that'd be even better. This one's sorting out, that's my Atlas, and there just some paperwork for the low loaders, you know, owner's manual or whatever. And obviously pretty standard, you got your fridge and a locker here. It's got stuff like this which I can't stand. I hate aftermarket screens and crap all over, but again, we have to have them. And it's got this, you want to use it as a touch screen. It's not a touch screen, but like if you go through this, it's a bit like an Audi or whatever. I suppose these are owned by VW, aren't they, MAN, but you go through, spin this spinny wheel here, and you can do all your stuff, your navigation, your media and stuff like that. And then if we have a look at the dash, it is modern digital style, but it's in a way that I like. And what I mean by that is, like, we've got a Mercedes in the yard, a new Mercedes, and it's just got tablets, like 2 tablets fastened, and I don't like that. This has the feel of an older truck, like having the proper gauges and stuff like that. And most stuff you want is on a button. You don't have to go through sub-menu and sub-menu and sub-menu to do, I don't know, turn the air conditioning on, for example. It's all on buttons, which I also like. There's one thing that I hate about this truck, and I mean hate. Hate's a strong word, but I hate it. And that is the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth is absolute garbage. It comes on and off when it wants. Sometimes the voice calling works, sometimes the music works, sometimes none of it works, all that. But it has got CarPlay, which you think could be decent, but it's not. The audio on the CarPlay is terrible, very crackly and awful, and that skips in and out and stuff like that. And for example, if I wanted to look on Google Maps, because we do a lot of remote deliveries and stuff, and go onto the, you know, the street view and stuff like that, you can't do it while you're plugged into that. So say for example I were having a phone call with you, the So I'm on the phone, it's coming through the speakers, blah blah blah, and I unplug the phone then to look at my maps. You disappear, and just it's just you know, if you're on phone to the customer and you're trying to look at the same time, and then it becomes messy, and I don't really like that part of it. But I think as far as trucks go, I mean, it's beautiful, really nice. So it is an auto. If you want to unsubscribe now, now's your time. You push it there for drive, back for reverse, and then you press that for neutral. But if you go around these modes here, you'll see that you've got a heavy mode, efficiency. It wants to drive in efficiency all the time, but it's got a heavy duty mode and manoeuvre. And I'm finding manoeuvre, you just press the end of this stalk when you're ready to make your selection. And I've found that the manoeuvre works really, really well. It's not as good as controlling the clutch yourself, don't get me wrong, but as far as autos go, I'm finding that quite good for tight space manoeuvring and when you've got heavy loads on and stuff like that. The 640 engine as well, it's got quite a nice noise to it, and it pulls really well. It's strong like bull. So we've brought two sheets with us. Don't look that big on camera, but that thing is humongous. So we'll get in there, we'll get it on. They'll then put a tarpaulin over it. Bear in mind, this is wrapped in plastic, shrink wrapped in plastic, right? Then it's going to have a tarp over the top of it, and then they still want our not these, the customer that we're doing it for, wants the sheet on the top as well. So I don't know where they think it's going. I don't think it's going into Atlantic or something like that, but that's what they want. So what the customer wants, the customer gets. So there's been a bit of a change of plan. Obviously, when you've got a transformer, you've got the main tank bit, the box, and then you've got a lid what goes on the top, so obviously they have to go on separate wagons. They wanted him in first, so we're just loading the lid up. I'll show you what that looks like. So that's the lid that's on. You can see the width of that away from the trailer. That is wrapped in plastic. It's also got this tarp on the top now, and then we'll sheet that as well. That's one down, loaded, sheeted. We've just got marker balls to do and stuff like that later on. Time to get mine in. This is it. This is the transformer case that I'm talking about. We don't usually do them like this, usually pretty square, but this one's a right funny shaped thing. It's straight down that edge, and that's the only straight edge on it. Everything else is curved. Curved everywhere, it's got pokey out bits. And it's just all round a funny shape. That'll make it interesting to sheet. Got this big bag over it now, and all they'll do is lit it with this gas blowtorch, which is just here, look. And then that shrinks it all down and makes it nice and tight. So we're inside the building. The first thing I'm going to do is get these sheets out for the trailer. Make sure that anything in the trailer bed is secure, because I won't be able to get to it once the tank's on the top. Get some rubber out. Got some rubber in here. Get that out, get some rubber on there so we're not sitting metal on metal. And then as soon as that's done, we're just waiting for him to finish plastic sheeting it up. Now you can just see it down there. And once it's sheeted up, we'll get it banged on. Sheets out, rubber's on. I know this looks ridiculous here, but the police are getting quite funny at the moment about having loose things in the back or in the bottom of low loaders. They don't like it, so got it all strapped down. Seems ridiculous, I know, but you just keep the right side of the law, aren't you? That's it, it's sat on the trailer. So what they're going to do now, they're going to put this blue tarpaulin over it, and then I can get my sheet on and sheet it up. Right, that's on. Just cable tied it together just where it meets up in the middle there. And we'll use the crane to grab hold of the sheet and literally drag it over the load. So, don't judge me, right? We've got the sheet on. Don't fully cover the sides, but that's fine. It's on there, right? I'm going to need to throw some ropes over it. It's a bit high up, so what I've done is I've gone and borrowed this sky jack. Oh, yes. I think we just pull this around and off we go. Oh my God. Oh God, my rope. Not right good at driving this, if I'm honest. Right, I'm in position. I just need to figure out how to make it go. How to go up and down. Is that it? So that's it there, look. Picture of the thing going up and down. Oh, it's cut out. I wonder if it's the overweight warning siren going off. Oh, it'll go back down. Maybe it won't. No. Well, I'm buggered now. Oh, sorted it. Hello, sorry to interrupt your video. I hope you're enjoying it though. Just a quick one from me. I'm just editing the video now and I've noticed that I've missed out a part in the video that's quite crucial because you won't understand what's going on. So the part that you're watching now is the part where we've loaded it, sheeted it, and then I haven't explained what's happening now or filmed anything. I don't know how that slipped through the net, but it did. So I'll just explain quickly and you can get back to the video. So that's loaded, sheeted now, and now we have to wait now until 6:30 p.m. for the police to turn up to escort us out of sight and to the motorway, and then the day after we get escorted from a location to the job, right? So 6:30, the police were late, it got dark and everything like that, and then coming out the job, we got stuck outside a pub, which wasn't wide enough, parked cars everywhere, and of course, everybody in the pub had a drink. Nobody had admit whose cars they were because they were scared they were going to get done for drunken charge or whatever. So nobody would admit to having any keys for any cars or like that. So it were a nightmare getting out. It took us probably an hour and a half, I would have thought, to get 50 metres away from the job. But anyway, so that's what's happening now. The next clip you'll see is the police turning up, and then you'll see the problem with the pub. I didn't film much at the pub because obviously you can imagine I was trying to drive the thing and sort out the problems at the same time. But anyway, enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. Bye. Bloody hell. Can't believe it. Turn that sign down. So we've just been sat around, police are late, they've just turned up now. I've got my phone out to film, but honestly, I can't. We're all, you know, checking heights, widths, you know, everything like that, and then now we're setting off. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. Yeah, I apologise about that and the low light and stuff, but I just could not get any of the footage there of the police, but we're getting to where we're going tonight and we've got police again in the morning, so I'll try and get a bit more then. However, we've just hit his first problem. I asked the police, is the road clear? They said yes, don't worry. Well, I'm not getting through there. We haven't even done half a mile, right? And already there's problems. It's not too bad though. This is a good thing about having police here. Stuff happens when the police are present, so we're managing to get the ones that we can get moved into this car park here, and then it's just going to be a matter of finding who owns these ones here, and then we'll be on his way.
You have no camper though.
So although most people have been helpful and moved all the cars for us, the person that owns this black TT here, pretending they've got no keys for it. So the police are just now looking to see what we can do, but I think it's going to be a case of giving it a go, seeing if we can get around it. Don't forget there's a telegraph pole at the left. This car here stuck out a little bit, it's not even up to the curb, and it's dark, and it's on a bend. So the TT turned out to be unlocked. Now the steering lock was on, so we couldn't do a lot with it, but you can see both the escorts just pushing it. You can only push it so far, because obviously the wheels were turned and it'd end up more into the road, but we managed to move it just enough to get past. We're now quite tight against this telegraph pole, just here, and the Audi's here. But we're not going to make it, so we're going to have to try and steer the trailer. Whew. Got a bit of a problem with steering now. Steering gear stopped working. We've had to smash that plug off there, hardwire it straight in.
Keep an eye on that front near side for me. You're alright, mate. You've got about 6-7 inches. Go on, you're alright. Keep going.
Oh, it's getting close now. Everybody's out to view the activities. Look at them all. This is a very exciting Friday night for Horbury here. Everybody's here, joining in on the action. Oh, that is close. We're through, finally. Whew. That were interesting. I enjoyed that. Through the worst bit, we're just going to pull forward now, let the other wagon catch up, escort get back in his van, and then we're on his way. Been going over an hour now and done about 75 metres. We're getting towards the main road now. I don't know why, there's kids everywhere. Really unfortunate this, because there's a lot of stuff going on in front of me that I'd love to film. And I haven't got the camera equipment to do it as yet. In the Volvo, it had a flat dashboard, and I could put, thank you, and I could put a camera on it and leave it recording for the whole journey, and then just pick out little bits that I wanted out of the footage. However, this MAN doesn't have any flat part of the dashboard whatsoever, so it looks like you're going to have to invest in some sort of camera mounts for the screen or something like that. But anyway, we'll get on with the journey and I'll report back when something happens. So we're on the motorway. We can take a breather now. The hard part's done for today. Due to the time, number one, because the police were a bit late, and number two, because of getting out of that road, we're struggling for time now. So, and plus, even if we weren't struggling for time, you know what the motorways are like at this time of the night. It's 9:15 now. So there's one there. I'm just passing one now where they're closing a lane off or closing two lanes off. So I think we're going to get down as far as junction 28, Abnormal Bay, stop there for the night and do the rest in the morning. Good morning. Well, it's probably the same day for you, it's the next day for me, and I've woken up in this abnormal lay-by, junction 24 of the M1. Now, I did say we were stopping at junction 28, however, we got to that, the road was closed, the slip road was closed to come off for junction 28, so we had to carry on to here. We've got a problem. So the problem is, the police are meeting us at Kiel Services at 8 AM. It's 10 to 8 now, and that is because I can't leave till 8 o'clock in the morning due to the, you know, the tachograph laws and all that. So we got parked up at 11 o'clock, 9 hours off minimum, which I can have today or yesterday, takes us to 8 o'clock. So we can't leave here till 8 o'clock, which means we're a good hour to hour and a half away. We're going to be late for the police. That is a problem. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's half because the police were late yesterday that we're late anyway, and the other half is because it took so long to get out of Horbury. Other than that, I'm hoping to have a good day, so let's see. An abnormal lay-by the way, is somewhere like this, right? It's a roundabout. In fact, it's noisy, it's terrible on a night, see? It's like being on a racetrack. So this is a big roundabout, and in the middle of the roundabout is cut out. If you see them when you're driving around, you'll see some roundabouts have got like a bit in the middle, and it says authorised vehicles only. There you go. So that's where we are. We're allowed to park here because we're abnormal, overlength, overweight, whatever you like. If you are abnormal, much like myself, you can park in these places. Tell you what I've just noticed though. The absolute rubbish here. It's disgusting. I was talking about this on TikTok the other day. It's like this. Disgusting. 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 Don't get me wrong, a lot of this will be from idiots parking in here, but a lot of it is from people just driving past and launching stuff out the windows. Just stop it. It's just not acceptable, is it? You know, like a driver parks here, right? For free. And thinks it's alright to just drop his bag of Stella out there. No, it's not alright. Take it home with you, throw it in the bin. Whew, nearly knocked my head off. Anyway, shall we have a quick look at the sheet and see how that got on its journey last night? Yeah. It's not bad. It's got some flappy bits in it, don't get me wrong. But the ropes are still on. Let's climb across here and have a look at this side. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm just making myself a little porridge because there's obviously, with it being an abnormal lay-by, there's no food in here, so I've got these little porridges for just this kind of occasion. Making a cup of tea as well. But what are we doing today? Is it worth your while hanging around watching this video? I don't know. How do I know? And what I do know is this. We're going from here. Unescort, well, we're escorted by our own escorts. We're meeting the police at Kiel Services. They're picking us up from there and taking us to site at Stafford. I did promise you some videos of the police. I will try. However, we're late today, aren't we? So that means that when I get there, they're going to be in the right mood and they're going to want to set off straight away. Which I can understand, fair enough. I were in the right mood last night and wanted to set off straight away because they were late. So yeah, all right, I get that. So we'll see what we can do. We'll either get some footage of them or we won't. And I will buy a mount or something for in here and a camera so we can just, like last night would have been epic. Epic. Just the wrong siding that we were doing, wrong siding of junctions and, you know, the police zipping in and out and, you know, all that kind of thing would have been excellent on video. However, we've got to keep them legal. We've got to do them, you know, within the constraints of what we're allowed to do. There's no point in making these videos if they're illegal for me to have to just take them back down anyway or get in trouble by somebody. So it's pointless. I hope you understand that. That's enough about that then. Let's go. We've arrived. We didn't even meet the police in the services. They just caught up with us on the motorway, so there were no stopping, none of that. It's windy as out here, but we've got the load here. All nice, safe. The other load's there, and I'll show you now where it's going. That door hole just there. There's a wagon in it now at the moment, but that's all right because we need to get this sheet off and get it rolled up, which I don't fancy in this wind, but we've got no choice but to do that. So I'll get that sheet off and I'll see you in a minute. Well, that went wrong. Yeah, so the job got finished. It's actually the next day. Well, actually it's Monday. That was Saturday and it's now Monday, and it all happened that fast. I didn't record an ending to the video, but we are back with the same trailer on again, doing a different load this time. Weather's pretty foul, so we'll jump inside. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I do apologise, it was a bit flicking from thing to thing, but we've got to see the Volvo's last job, haven't we? We've got to see what I were up to the other day with the police. It's just a shame that I don't have more sort of camera mounts and stuff like that. If you look at the dashboard here, you can't really tell on camera, but it's not flat. The Volvo used to have a flat dash. Join me next time when I'm doing something else. Thanks for watching. See you later. Cheers.